Since this is a video for beginners and some of you advanced guys might reap the benefit of this as well if you pay careful attention, I'm just going to show you in a system how we approach a double stick fighting system, which is a variation of some eskrima systems with a Wing Chun flavor. Okay. Okay, so if we are starting with a figure 8, it's important to focus on the right angles, the proper energy, and the correct body movement accompanied with an adequate footwork. Okay. With eskrima or Kali, weight is in the front. Okay. So we're starting with a typical figure 8 pattern, which is we start with the chamber position. So the right hand on top of your shoulder and your left hand under your armpit. So it's important that we maintain correct posture here too. So we're sinking down, but we are being elastic. We're having that elastic bamboo type of quality that's springing back. Okay. So now here we are also making sure that our structure is not collapsed. So we're not holding the sticks here. We're holding them here so we can attack, and we always have this ability to proceed forward. So, and the sticks are not like this, so they are not obstructing each other, because for example here you can hit your sticks, so they're kind of parallel in a sense, but one behind the other, right? So we start with a figure 8, so real slow. So right hand, the hand on top, and then it goes to the shoulder, and left hand goes to the shoulder, and the right hand goes back to the shoulder, and left hand goes back to chamber. So in a sense we are pulling back, but we always striving to go forward with this forward energy, right? So the energy is, as you can see, in motion in my body. Even though I am mostly front weighted, but you can see how my body is kind of transitioning the weight a little as I'm rising and as I'm sinking. As I'm sinking, I'm feeling more weight on my forward foot, and I'm rising, I'm distributing that weight more towards the center of my core. Here, 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 here. Okay, so that's the figure 8. Now we are focusing on the details. So the angles, correct angles. So the angles should be more like, shouldn't be too horizontal, shouldn't be too vertical. It should be somewhere in between. But you really got to find the energy on your own. From the Wing Chun perspective, we like to have elbow down. So if I have this elbow down and I'm holding this stick, so you will see this is kind of that position. So I don't know what's the angle here, maybe 30 degrees or whatnot, but it's not a perfect 45 degree. So you really, this is for more advanced students, understanding what the correct angle is. For right now, if you are a beginner, intermediate student, you just find your own feeling, how you feel about it. So here, we're starting here, same thing here. So now the elbow can't be all the way down because we're coming from this side, so we are kind of slashing, hitting, and striking this way. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we are, in a sense, having that feeling of slashing. So in this case, my second strike is going to be more like, well, in Wing Chun we have this shape almost like a jump sao, except it's more open. So my elbow tends to go out a little bit. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now back is 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, I'm sorry. So it's a 2 count. 1, 2, 1, 2. When I'm coming back, it's almost like a facile movement, just deeper. So it's kind of reminiscent of that facile, it's just more deep, right? It's not quite a gansal. It's just a sinking elbow. It's kind of like a jamsal almost with this facile energy. So if you notice, my elbows are more open here, coming back, are more in synchrony with each other, keeping the same line. Here, this one opens, and coming back, both are sinking down. Okay, so that's figure 8. That figure 8 movement. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So now pay attention to this. So the angles are here, here, and then coming back this way. They are not vertical. They're again here, here. And that forces my body to turn so I can make proper angles. Okay? So that's as far as the angles. Now the energy is always tending to go forward. Energy is always trying not to collapse. So anytime, even when I'm pulling back, I'm clearing, my body is immediately trying to compensate that and come back. So I have this cycling motion. So you have this, you can see the 8 there, right? So it's tending to come back. It's tending to come back. So as soon as I reach this critical point, I don't want to go further away. That breaks my structure. I want to be forward weighted. As soon as I can, turn it and have that forward intent. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. So you see the angles and you see the body movement in it. You also see the energy that is being basically pressing forward, always pressing forward. The important thing about this energy, it's not as sturdy, it's not like being tight or being rigid, nothing like that. It's a relaxed energy. Okay. All right, so we practice that for a while until we get comfortable. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, start slow. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. Okay. So that's as far as the figure 8.